I have a son with special needs. His genetic disorder affects his entire body. He grew to be 15 years old, but he only grew to be the size of a 6-month-old baby. So he was always very small. He could listen and respond, but he couldn't use his arms or his legs, and he had multiple problems with every body system that he had. I'm a nurse also, so I felt like I had a pretty good grasp on the medical, probably more so than most of the medical because I could also study it and have the personal connection. But sometimes nurses need nurses too, and we needed the extra support to know when I was doing the right thing and when I wasn't. And if we had questions along the way, they also helped connect us up with the different resources that we need. We did have music therapy came in and expressive therapy came in. And all of them, or the social workers through Hospice, would provide services and meet with my kids and do projects with them and talk with them about the way Noah's condition was affecting them. And my father-in-law also was receiving hospice at the same time that my son died, and they both died within 3 days apart. So then we started doubling up on the expressive therapy, and my nephew would also come over. So they made some things, they wrote some letters to them, and they wrapped them up in candles, and these candles we burned on Noah's birthday in a celebration of him. There was one project that they did just a few days before Noah passed away, and it was very meaningful for me because I think it was the first project that we were all doing it together. And we sat in our chair, and they had made a little heart with some clay on it, and each of the kids got to do a print of Noah's. So I was sitting on the chair holding Noah, and Daddy was next to us. And then the kids came over, and one kid got to do a hand print, another one got to do the foot, and then we all did one print together. And that was very symbolic for us. The effects of the expressive therapy and what it had on them isn't something that I think you can instantly measure. I was recently talking with Isaiah about it, and I was asking him, what was the most important one you did? What did you like the most? How did it affect you? And he really couldn't give me any finite answers to it. But then something he said in the conversation was, well, Mom, I've always known that you can use art to express your thoughts and your feelings and your emotions. And then the light bulb came on that, yes, and you've been doing this since you were a child. So to me, I think the effects of it is it gave them both tools to use in the future and as it's ongoing. I knew the course of events that life would probably take based on my nursing experience, but my family didn't. That's not the world they live in. And all of our hospice caregivers, from our social workers to our chaplains to the nurses, were always very good at including our whole family in what was happening. When you look at a child that you look at and you think they're 14 years old and they can't use their arms, they can't use their legs, and they can't talk to you, you think, what use is there? And I think we found through the years that there's a lot of specialness to everybody's life. Noah was different than everybody else. We learned a lot that I never ever would have learned in life if it hadn't been for experiencing him.